Hi folks, and welcome back to another Philosophy Club. Okay, so today I want you to make a list of all the subjects that you currently do in school. And I'll make one too. Okay, so I'll just say Irish, English, Maths, History, Geography, Science, Religion, Music, Art, PE, SPHE, and Drama. And let's say that's just like an average list. Some of you might do more, some of you might do less. Now, I want you to choose the top 6 that you think are most important and say why. Now, not your favorites, just the ones you think are most important and that we need the most, and then say why you need them. Okay, is that done? This is essentially what designers of an educational curriculum have to do. Obviously, time and resources of children and educators is limited, so at a certain point, they have to make trade-offs between subjects for ones that are considered more important to a student's education. It's also one of the main questions in philosophy of education because, well, how do we decide what's more important? Now, I want you to imagine that you're designing a primary school curriculum with just 6 subjects, and think about the following questions. What is the aim of the education that you're trying to provide? What we learn during our life can shape the type of person we are. So what type of person would you like to see as a result of your curriculum? When a student steps out the door of their school for the last time, who do you want them to be? And in thinking about this, we might look at the aims of our education. Possible aims could be to produce knowledgeable, smart students who contribute to what we know about the world around us. Or it could be to foster a curious and inquisitive mind in the student. Or, alternatively, it could be to create civilized students who will fit into society as adults. Or it could be to prepare them for future jobs so that they can earn a living and be secure. Or, finally, it could be to promote independence and critical thinking so that they can make their own choices. All of these are possible aims for education, and it's not an exhaustive list. But sometimes these aims can also conflict with each other. For example, can you think of a conflict between, say, an education that focuses mainly on producing independent thinking adults and an education that focused mainly on producing adults who will fit into society well? Questions like, what is the aim of education, really tie back into what you think is a good life for someone. And then, how best can you prepare them for that life? Most curricula will try to blend these aims so that their students have a well-rounded education. Many will argue that a rounded education gives someone the best skills to choose a life that they want for themselves. Okay, so if we go back to your chosen 6 subjects, what aims do you think they reflect the best? Will your students be super STEM savvy? Or will they be masters of the arts? Or maybe they'll be physical fitness fanatics? Okay, and finally, it would be good to note that while what we learn in school is super important to our education, it is not the only site where we learn. We learn at home, with our friends, in our hobbies, and when we go to libraries. And all of these places are spaces where we can learn and develop as a person. We don't stop once we leave school. Education goes on throughout our lives. Which is why it's really important that the things that we learn are the right things. Deciding what these things are, though, is up for debate. Okay, so I hope you like this brief introduction into the philosophy of education. There are plenty more questions and debates which we don't have time for, but will be covered later in another video. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.